Today's the day we're beating the game.
What's with the overbearing confidence? Did Jill pop a Tylenol in your denture water?
That or a Pepto-Bismol.
Because I'm livid that it's been 2 entire recording sessions and we're stuck on the same night.
You're the FNAF concierge. Why haven't you done what Michael Jackson said and start with the man in the mirror?
That's what I'm doing. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
I don't like the way you said that.
What are you going to do, panty raid a playground?
I've been avoiding certain strategies solely due to how effectively boring they are, but now I don't care anymore. I'm pulling out the big guns.
Nothing's more American than guns, after all.
All right, now it's time to get to work.
So what does this secret strategy include, Joe?
So what I'll do is I'll seal this vent that leads directly to our office, and then I'll keep him locked back to Cam 10. That way, he has absolutely no real way of getting to us.
Ah, I see. Smart.
I thought of that too. I just concluded that it was too much of a cop-out for me. I like doing things the right way, like building a better America.
There's just so many holes in that statement. It's like Swiss cheese. No need for me to poke any more in there.
Obama, I don't want to hear a word from you after you put the American people in detriment.
Oh, that's rich. Name one thing I did that sabotaged any citizens.
Well, for you, this nation works on the corner because you allow anybody and everybody into it.
America is a free country. You're just going to reject the immigrants that came over from their war-torn countries?
The countries that you sparked a war against?
You guys are really starting off on the hot seats today.
That hot seat must have caught Donald's pants on fire for how much of a liar he is.
Liar? You think I'm lying?
Don't deny that. You clearly do.
Well, yeah, I'm human, but I'm not lying about this. Obama, I don't know if you're getting secondhand dementia from Joe, but you were the person to lift the HIV travel ban. Do you know how many people you've allowed in this country with life-threatening STDs?
Yeah, I forgot you have problems with people that have other issues other than being too rich.
That has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that you've endangered plenty of the nation's people with that decision. And you've let this country become the capital of degeneracy. Anyone is hooking up with anyone and causing this horrible spread of disease.
Incredibly ironic coming from you, Don.
Hello.
Oh, damn it.
We were supposed to react faster, Joe. Now, Springtrap is flying through the facility.
Back to what you said, Don, saying I'm human just voids you from all hypocrisy. Is that right?
Pretty much. Isn't that the whole point of saying that sentence?
Infallible logic once again, Don.
Yeah, I should just hand over my Nobel Peace Prize now. It's embarrassing to have been compared to the likes of you.
Glad you agree.
Something tells me he's going to be right there. I must be psychic.
Well, there went your big plan. Might as well just pull your pants down and hit the moonwalk. That might hold him off.
Stop putting things in my mind that I don't want to visualize.
That was only step 1, Donald. I still have another trick up my sleeve, even for this situation.
Oh, do tell, Sleepy Joe.
Well, first, I'm going to try to lure him to Cam 2, and I don't think it worked.
So what now?
Do you remember how we have a camera at the bottom? It's not just for show. If Springtrap is at the doorframe, you can actually lure him away by playing an audio at Cam 1.
So let me ask, why didn't you do any of this when it was your turn?
You guys would have noticed what I would have done, and it would have been a lot easier to breeze through the game. I wanted it to be more challenging for you guys so you could possibly figure out a strategy on your own.
So what I'm getting at here is that you purposefully hid information from us and allowed us to struggle, which is why we're in this situation now. Are you serious?
No, that's a separate sentence entirely. He just wanted us to figure it out for ourselves.
Just simple problem solving, Don.
We spent an eternity and a half on this night. I don't mind persevering through some difficult moments, but this is ridiculous.
If it makes you feel any better, this isn't a money-back guarantee that this method works. Everything is still up to chance. This is just another gun in the holster.
I still got absolutely cock-blocked from knowing anything about this.
That's nothing new for you.
Hi.
Ah! Damn, Foxy's jump scare is the worst!
Don't choke now. It's 4 a.m. and I'm really trying to move past this night already.
You say that like you've done any of the workload.
You say that as if you did any more.
More than you. See, even Springtrap agrees.
All right, remember how he was already at the window? You can bounce him back from the window and Cam 1 if you do it efficiently enough.
What about getting him back to Cam 2?
He typically moves past the window by the time you have the camera pulled up, making it almost impossible to lure him to Cam 2. I'll still try just to show you how it would work. Or he just stands there. Never had that one before.
Is there any way that we can drag it out? Of course, as soon as I say something.
All is not lost. We can still hold him to Cam 1. However, I'm not going to reboot the camera system because we already know where he is. Time is of the essence right now.
What if he tries to sneak up behind the camera and jump scare from the desk?
We can't have the camera up for too long, otherwise we're putting ourselves in jeopardy.
So we just sit here?
Pretty much. It's already 5 a.m. We just need to bleed the clock.
Oh, damn. It is 5. You cruised through this night, Joe.
You're counting chickens before they're hatched, Obama. Joe still has to pass the finish line, and I don't think he's had his daily nap yet.
Don, maybe one day you'll get a better insult list than Joe liking kids or falling asleep.
You get turned on by Toy Chica, your opinion is irrelevant.
Ow!
Don, what the hell?
Did your body just make a Minecraft sound?
That's not the point. Why the hell did you hit me?
For spreading lies. You know how much I hate fake news?
Yeah, but is that really fake news?
You want a piece of this too?
Oh, please. You probably hit like a wet fart.
Barack's right. The sting of the slap is still there, but it's not like it actually hurt, and it looks like we have to take our chances. Get out of here! Too easy!
Let's go, Joe.
I bet I could have done that too if I knew about the...
Shut up!
I forgot, in Joe Biden's America, you don't have access to the First Amendment.
Can't you just be grateful about anything?
Listen, I'm still happy that Joe didn't take a snooze at the wheel, but I'm just saying that I should have known more going into that night.
Is Foxy going to share the same fate as the rest?
You guessed it, but I actually want to show you guys something too.
Oh?
So if I stand at the edge over here and then hurry to the other room, the minigame breaks and Purple Guy comes from the wall.
Is that our reminder that he's an omnipotent being sent to torture us?
I will not confirm nor deny that.
Hey, Joe?
What is it?
Remember our conversation the other day when we recorded Poppy Playtime?
Which one? You talked a lot during that session.
And every other session, too.
The one where we talked about who would win in a fight, me or Huggy Wuggy?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. My answer hasn't changed, if that's what you were wondering.
I didn't expect it to, but that's not what I'm getting at here. Fight to the death. Who would win, me or Springtrap?
Springtrap.
Why, what the? I wasn't even talking to you, Obama.
I don't need your permission to talk. And be realistic here. Do you really expect to win against that thing? He's built like a Tonka truck. You're not moving that.
I have to agree with Barack, but for other reasons. His physical characteristics are certainly fearsome, but there's other qualities that make him so difficult to take down. I wasn't joking when I said he could literally be in the SCP containment facility.
Well, since you keep knobbing this guy off, let's throw you two in there. All three of us versus Springtrap. Winner takes all.
2 senior citizens and their caretaker trying to take out an 8-foot-tall killing machine. I want you to plug in the numbers on that equation, Don.
Oh, come on, really? It's a 3 versus 1. You can't tell me that we wouldn't have the advantage.
I can't move that much to fight. My bones are like pretzel pieces at this point.
Well, I appreciate the honesty, but that shouldn't be a problem. You could attack from the front.
And what happens if he snaps my neck?
All's well that ends well.
Geez, thanks, I guess.
But that wouldn't happen. Obama would hop on his back to restrain him from moving too much. You would hold him in the front, and then I would jump into his legs to knock him down. Once he's on the floor, we just dismember him.
Uh-huh.
You really thought all of this out, didn't you?
Now tell me that wouldn't work.
That wouldn't work.
If I'm in front of Springtrap, what happens to me when you tumble into his legs?
Like I said, all's well that ends well.
Well, if we ever cross paths with a weird entity in real life, the first thing I'm running from is you.
And he's staying there.
Boy, you cannot catch a break with Foxy, can you?
He's your favorite for a reason, Joe. You must be his favorite, too.
After FNAF 2 and now this, I'm really starting to debate that. I can also tell you who's not my favorite.
Is Balloon Boy really anybody's favorite?
He's lucky I didn't put him on a bounty board.
Now that I'm thinking of it, who is your guys' favorite animatronics?
I think mine might be Freddy. What about you, Don?
You think I have a favorite of these metal alloys?
That's secret code for Toy Chica. Are you... Don, is it too late to reconsider adding Balloon Boy to your hit list?
With that tasteless joke, you're lucky I don't add you to my hit list.
What's the point? You already hit him.
All right, so things are looking really good right now. We still have Springtrap in the corner, and it's 4 o'clock. If we keep at this rate, we'll beat it first try.
That would be absolutely amazing, considering how troubling Night 4 was.
Yeah, no kidding. This strategy really is overpowered.
That's why I avoided using it for so long, because it really took the challenge out of it. When you got the formula down for the previous games, there was still a huge difficulty ahead of you. While it's still difficult to beat Night 5 in this game, it's nowhere near as present as the others.
Yeah, I can see those words come to life. You're cutting through the night so effortlessly now.
Again, all I needed was this information, and the world's best security guard would have beaten every night on the first try.
Well, now I can't find Springtrap right when it hit 5 a.m. Okay then.
Wasn't that the puppet?
Yeah, for some reason he didn't trigger. Not that I'm complaining.
I really don't want to see that hairless oaf invade my personal space anyways, so a win's a win.
I'm honestly shocked you didn't segue that insult onto Joe in any way.
Now, Barack, you know he's just going to use that as an idea now, right? Damn it, not now.
Oh, come on.
Great, a staring contest for the win.
Leave already, you crackhead mime.
At least that made him leave, but I have no idea where Springtrap is now.
This is how we lose night 5, isn't it? A tall, pale man stares at our soul and causes us to die. And we're not even in the Bronx or anything.
Shut up, Don. Just let Joe do his thing.
It's okay, guys. We still got this under control. Just like that, baby.
Hell yeah, Joe!
That's how a president does it.
This game didn't know what hit it.
You outright bullied that night.
Yeah, you showed up and shipped it out. Wait, what's going on?
Didn't we do all the animatronics?
I could have swore we did. Maybe it's counting gold. What the hell?
What's happening?
Are we a child?
A dead child, if you can inference off of the things that have happened in the game.
I'm still confused. Are we the ghost of the children that have died?
Well, you're used to what the sprites look like. You can figure it out.
That answers your question, Obama.
And we're just going to go in here, and here we go.
Whoa.
The whole ghost gang pulled up.
Are they gonna kill Purple Guy?
Get him. Put him in the dirt.
You were all big and mighty when it came to kids. Now you're fighting someone your own size.
Rip his balls off. What is he doing?
He got in the suit,
Yeah, that's really going to protect you from ghosts.
and now he's laughing. What the?
Well, hot damn.
What just happened?
He got in the rabbit suit, and it made him bleed.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call karma.
The ghosts are fading away.
Purple guy taken out and the kids are at peace. Name a better end to a game.
Wow, that was really the end, huh? Wait, bad ending?
How do we get a bad ending? The purple guy literally met his end.
Yeah, but did you notice what type of suit he got into?
A yellow rabbit. Why do you ask?
Where else do you see a yellow rabbit throughout anywhere in the entire game series?
We don't see one, do we? We only have Bonnie. There's no yellow rabbit anywhere else.
Sometimes things that you don't think exist can hide in plain sight.
Wait a minute. It can hide in plain sight or right on the damn menu screen.
What?
Don, what color is Springtrap?
No fucking way. No fucking way you're telling me that Springtrap and the purple guy are the same person.
How, though? He died in the cutscene. How is he still alive?
To sum it all up, in the phone tapes that were recorded, the phone guy was basically saying that there was a back room that wasn't tracked on the cameras. This back room held a spring-locked suit named Spring Bonnie, and it was for people to wear and perform for the kids. However, it became dangerous because those springs could lock straight through the person's body.
So how does that relate to the purple guy?
Basically, the purple guy killed those kids and stuffed them into the animatronics. However, the spirit of those kids came back to life and haunted the purple guy and got into the suit for protection. This backfired and the spring locks triggered, causing him to technically die.
So this isn't even an animatronic, it's just a pathetic human being.
Why did we get the bad ending then?
While Purple Guy died, the souls still aren't put to rest. Throughout the nights, there are other things we have to do to help soothe the souls of those kids. That's how we get the good ending. We also have Nightmare Mode, which is the 6th night. Whichever we do first is up to you guys.
So we have to play through the entire game again, or the hardest difficulty.
Maybe purple guy's fate is not so bad. My big question is, why does this guy keep coming back to the restaurant? Their pay cannot be that good to work under these conditions.
Because unlike you, he does not have a small loan of $1 million.
To be fair, getting bashed into sharp metal isn't exactly pleasant.
Exactly.
By the way, don't skip this call. You should hear this.
Something important?
Just listen.
Just what we needed. Another mouth breather using a phone speaker. We already have Biden for that.
That's what he sounds like?
Yeah, just listen.
So what happened?
The animatronics got to him and stuffed him into a suit. After years of working the security guard, his final week was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Well, he's a fucking moron if he came back after one night. He was just asking to die by making this his profession.
Not necessarily disagreeing.
I'm just processing that the phone guy really just died in the same room that we're sitting in right now.
Did nobody on the day shift check to see what the hell happened to him? Like they just came in and were like, oh, there's blood, time to clock in. Yo, what kind of establishment works like that?
Trump Tower.
Oh, damn it, I set myself up for that one.
You don't use the cameras a lot, do you, Don?
Well, besides checking on Foxy, what good are they for? I figured out how Bonnie and Chica work, and I can't imagine Freddy works differently. That's what separates people like you and me, Obama. I deduce while you observe.
Freddy works the same as Chica,
Close
but
the
he is
door.
more
On it.
difficult to manage. You can't see him on the cameras if there is another
Can't get
animatronic
in.
on the screen. Also, he doesn't approach your door.
Nice, Don.
He'll get closer to your office when he laughs, and you have to assume when he's the closest and shut your door. If not, he'll slip in.
Gonna be honest, Joe, I did not listen to a word you just said.
It's Biden. With all due respect, we probably didn't miss much.
On second thought, a nursing home would have been better than this.
Is that the laugh you were talking about, Joe?
Yep, that's how you know he's moving around.
I'll keep that in mind as soon as Chica learns how to hop off.
Not gonna happen at night 4.
Every one of them is going to be all in your face trying to kill you. So basically a normal January 6th for you, Donald.
Keep trying, Obama. One day you'll make a good joke.
He wasn't lying about them being in your face, though.
I'll give him that.
Imagine this, but the second game. 10 times more annoying, persistent, and loud. With so much to manage and look after all while staying calm, it's a wonder how anyone can be at peace.
Sounds like your wife, Donald.
Barack.
I'll stay out of this one.
What did you say about Michelle?
I said the truth. You're not wrong about Melania. She's like a jet engine, loud as all hell, and impossible to stop once started.
You know what? You raise a valid point. Touche.
That's the calmest debate I've ever seen a Democrat and a Republican have.
Not much to debate.
Our wives suck. You know what else sucks? How this fat tank of a furry car battery is still at my fucking door.
It's a good thing the security guard doesn't have to get up and go pee.
Would you even be able to pee in this situation?
I can't even pee as it is.
Gross.
Well, Foxy is out again, but because Bonnie is at the door, we already have that covered.
There's his knock.
Did he just take out 6% of the power?
Yep, the more he knocks at the door, the more power he'll take away.
What the hell, man?
Donald, face it, you're not winning another night again.
Loser mentality. As the very best security guard, I still got this in the bag.
Realistic mentality, you're at 35% and it's 3 a.m. Get real.
Oh, the deepest part of my rectum already.
I actually feel bad, Donald.
3 times in one night, some really tough luck there.
He just took out 12% of my fucking power. That is the most shit I've had poured right onto my chest. What the fuck?
So is this still in the bag, Donald?
Obama, the game has dunked my head in the toilet enough already. Lay off, please.
That's when you know Donald ate shit, when he gives up.
Yeah, normally I'm right there with you, Brock, but this night has been one of the roughest I've ever seen someone go through. It hasn't gone Donald's way at all. You did good, man. Keep your chin up.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
Well, fuck you too. I actually hope your day gets worse now. I hope you slip on a banana peel and break your hip, you albino hippo.
Wow, that came out of nowhere.
How long have you been holding that one in, Joe?
About the broadside of 40 or so years.
You just released the wrath of the whole United States militia.
Yeah, it was like Twitter the day I got elected.
Well, moving on from that, how's the game going, Don?
That's how it's going, Joe. I'm being absolutely plowed through on both ends without a hope of living.
Just like-
And don't say just like Stormy Daniels.
You make it too easy for me sometimes.
Well, 5% power, maybe.
4 times. Incredible.
Yeah, I have no words. I'm genuinely sorry the game is screwing you over this bad, but a part of me is happy.
I think we're all slightly happy when Donald loses.
I know we're enemies, but you guys shouldn't celebrate when the game plots on my downfall. The game was targeting me from the start, and the proof is in the pudding.
Did someone say pudding?
Not now, Joe.
Well, if this game has any objections to how unfair it treated the best security guard, I ask it to pass us to 6 a.m. or forever hold its peace. Well,
So what happens now?
I don't know. I guess we just hope.
Well then.
You good, man?
Pride hurts a bit. I think I also got a bit penetrated by Freddy there, but nothing a shot of Jack can't fix.
Well, both of you had your turn, so now it's mine. Let me show you how a real pro handles it.
Someone grab his inhaler.
Hey, are you all right?
No!
Ouchies or lost body parts?
Excuse me?
I'm really glad you're okay.
Thanks, Ollie.
Want to lose any more friends to this place?
Assuming a lot here.
Hey, did you see the shrine?
We did, Ollie.
Catnap made it for the prototype.
Why are you so happy about it?
Before Catnap turned into Catnap, I guess there was some pretty serious accident.
Oh?
He almost died, but they say that the prototype saved his life.
Boo.
Giving up his own freedom in the process.
His own freedom?
Catnap's eyes, the prototype is a superhero and has saved this place.
I can tell with all the death.
Catnap treats him like a god, killing everyone that opposes him.
And he still can't touch the world's best security guard.
Lay off the anchovies for a second.
Did it scare you? If you thought that was terrifying, just wait until you see the real thing.
Why are you Catnap's hype man?
We're really close to the end.
That's good.
Sent you a new key. You're going to the counselor's office instead.
That wasn't in the school?
But it should have enough juice.
More errands.
Get that generator
Here's to hope.
Keep your eyes open for catnap. Every shadow and every flickering light is a hiding spot.
Good, he should be hiding from me.
Stalks his prey first.
I think it's the other way
Take away
around.
anything you have to defend yourself. And when you're at your most vulnerable, he'll kill you.
He'll die trying.
Catnap lives for the hunt. Good luck. Talk soon.
I'll parade his corpse in the street like a marching band.
Awfully confident against a giant creature that we haven't even had contact with since the start of the chapter.
You're also not controlling the game as of now. I am. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't plan on losing.
In a competition for the least muscle mass, you and Catnap would tie for first place.
And the bickering takes us once again to a new destination that we're probably not prepared for.
Loading screen and all.
I hate this game.
There's so much that's happened recently that my mind has just gone numb from information overload.
Are we also not going to talk about that entire escapade with the dog? What actually happened back there?
Someone's definitely watching us, for the record.
I get enough stalkers anyways.
Going back to what you were saying, Donald, I think what happened was those things crawled inside him and acted like a symbiote.
The little mind virus that ate his organs up like some fried rice. Good thing the only thing they were going to snack on around here was a couple of Democrats and pure testosterone.
I don't know about that. Oh, this certainly isn't decrepit or worrisome at all.
Yeah, when do you ever have to be concerned about the word help being written with blood on a wall?
You never know, it could be feces too.
We are at an orphanage, after all.
Back to everything that's went on, one thing that's constantly being mentioned is the prototype and how he's basically the reason behind all of this.
Some big oogly boogly thing that caused whatever horrible things that went on down here? Freddy Fazbear moment.
I think you meant William Afton, but who knows anymore?
I wonder what our level of ordnance was, because we seem to know some of the factory. But we don't exactly know anything about what made everybody disappear.
That's red smoke ahead.
Open your ears, Joe. Do you hear that?
Yeah, but I don't know what it is.
Run,
I think
Joe,
it's right
run!
here.
Well, the bad news is that I didn't run, but the good news is that we're still alive.
And as hopeless and as clueless as ever, I feel like we're baby kittens that just got thrown off a bridge.
I feel like a baby kitten now, but we're slowly starting to piece together how to navigate this place.
The music kicking back in isn't really the best sign, though. Most of the time, we're met with hostile forces once we hear the music.
Joe, you better tighten up the lederhosen because we're going in with no safety on.
But I have the gas mask.
Oh, joy. We have more backrooms footage and jigsaw puzzles to sift through.
And this one looks like a doozy. They not only increase the amount of puzzles that there are, but the difficulty as well. From what I've seen, you really have to think through these.
The only one that I got to, I immediately died, and Don took over. And even after years of picking at the dirt, he finally mined diamonds out of it.
Does the name World's Best Security Guard mean nothing to you?
It's amazing to me that we've almost been doing this for a full year, and you still drag on about being the world's best security guard.
Who else do you know that can take down humongous scraps of sentient metal while also making America game again?
I'm sure if you have any other presidents on this platform, they would be competent enough to handle this situation.
That's how I know that's a lie. 90% of the other presidents are either dead or have been alive since electricity was discovered.
Yeah, Donald, take exactly everything I say at face value. I'm referring to when they were still cognitive and able to form coherent thought. Obviously, a skeleton won't be able to do anything because it's just a clump of marrow.
And even if it was in their prime, they wouldn't be able to do anything. You're telling me that Martin Van Buren could take a look at this and wouldn't immediately burn it at the stake for witchcraft?
We're made to adapt as people, Don. You can't tell me that in a calm, instructed environment, that he or any other individual wouldn't be able to complete the task at hand.
I don't even know what's happening, but I'm just here for the ride.
What are you even talking about anymore? All I'm saying is that I'm a very capable person, as proof of this country back in its prime.
We're not talking about ribs, we're talking about presidencies. Honestly, it does amaze me that you were able to keep this nation from falling apart for 4 years.
And that's because I was the glue that this country needed after your 8 years.
Guys, I'm literally just trying to solve a puzzle here. Kindly shut up!
Okay.
Right.
We were just having a conversation, Joe.
Yeah.
Sorry to upset
A
you.
nice civil conversation with my good friend Obama.
Not exactly, but close enough.
I expected silence, gentlemen, but not that much. If a pin dropped on the floor, you could hear the vibrations approach your feet.
Can't talk about my feats and achievements, and if I can't talk about that, then what's the point of talking?
Quit being a drama queen.
King,
Semantics.
weren't we supposed to be in the counselor's office? Why do we keep dipping in and out of backrooms floors?
It's interesting how many moving parts this entire place had. It's almost like every little wall was held up by 5 other separate mechanical nodes behind it.
Head of play care, Stella Graber. Well, that's a new name that we've never seen before.
Actually, it appeared a couple times in the chapters before, just hard to spot out.
Maybe if you showed us instead of watching us flail around like fish.
And it looks like we got another tape in front of us again.
We've been getting the dump on this place during this chapter, and let me just say, it does not make any of this flattering.
What to begin with made this flattering? The death that surrounded us constantly? The creepy, stretchy things that would chase us?
Less flattering, I should say.
Not that hard to beat, Barack.
Well, there's the tape right there. It was under your nose the whole time, Joe.
Your cataracts must be swooping in again. Make sure to check up on that once we get out of this place.
Not everything is as literal as you make it, Don. Sometimes I just miss things under my nose.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Hartman. Come on in. Please, have a seat.
Looks like we have some new characters being introduced.
How was your ride down?
It was, nothing like we were expecting. Mr. Ludwig's speech was...
Creepy.
Well, it just confirms for us that you're the orphanage we want to go through.
It's a truly magical place. I felt right at home from the second I entered. You open that door the first time and you just know. You're never going to leave.
You're creepy,
It's
too.
like finding a home as a child and always thinking of it when you want to feel comforted.
I think this is
I
Stella
understand
talking
you
here.
want to give Jeremy that home? Yes, and we would like to adopt. Amazing. You'll be perfect for... Oh,
Oh?
what? Well, it appears there's been some complications.
That doesn't sound good.
Complications? Oh, what kind of complications?
Seems cryptic.
I don't know.
Testing?
Testing.
What do you mean, testing?
What does that mean? Tell us, what does that mean?
Miss Graber, we deserve a better explanation than that. Don't you think?
You're in charge of all this. How could you not know?
And why are we only finding out about this now?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Why is it so quiet? Why is the silence so deafening right now?
There was some sort of testing that was going on in the facility. I guess that's all we really need to know.
Let me think about this for a second. So between the scientist from the first chapter, the scientist from this chapter talks about having tests being done, and Poppy talking about terrible things being done here, doesn't take a mathematician to add all this up.
Do you really think they were doing some sort of tests on these orphans?
They're not testing for polio, that's for sure.
Whatever the case may be, it's not looking good for us. I can see why this entire place reeks of death and why close to everything here wants nothing but the worst for us.
Taking a page out of democracy, I see.
So our goal here is to find the power node in this place, right?
I think that's been the goal the whole time. I'm hoping that there isn't any more smiling critters that come crawling after us. That would not be ample for us at all.
Also because I'm the only one that dealt with those things. And let me just tell you, they find a way to crawl up your pant leg even when you have them by the foot.
Wait, what else is interesting about this whole testing thing is that Elliot Ludwig apparently had bodies found in his estate. This really adds to what could have happened down here.
Is it just me, or do you guys also hear the creepy music playing?
It's like if a Scottish hotel was a sound.
Awful lot of off-putting records being played around here.
Do I have to switch hands or something? Huh. I guess so, and it almost killed us too.
If the red smoke is an indicator of catnap being around, why are we just rushing into this place? At least let me get a hold of my machete first.
We really got to treat this thing like a Komodo dragon, don't we?
You know, I saw one of those things that eat an entire baby deer. Coolest thing I've ever seen.
What?
Excuse me?
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter when I was on my lunch break one day. This big dinosaur of a lizard just ripped the gazelle out of the womb and snacked on it like Eggs Benedict.
Some things should probably just be kept to yourself, Donald.
No, you needed to hear this. Think about this salamander the size of a car, manhandling a creature like a deer just for it to say, bottoms up.
I really do not want to think about that.
Didn't you eat 3 metric tons of salmon today? How does your stomach even stand tall and wide after describing the circle of life like it was Animal Planet?
I think I'm forgetting how this game works because I could have swore that was a power distributor.
It has been a while since we played it, and there have been quite the amount of events that has happened with the channel and during your presidency.
Yeah, like fueling the fire to several separate wars.
Don't blame me, blame Candy Cadet.
I think we're all good to go in this area. And would you look at that, we have yet another puzzle.
I'll be honest, it's coming to the point where it's getting really tiring.
We have spent such an astronomically long time on this game just trying to stick the rectangle block in the circle hole. Can I just dismember this prehistoric animal already?
It's not as simple as that.
Yeah, because if it was, Catnap would be napping so hard his sleep would be as deep as 6 feet.
That's an interesting way to put it. I don't disagree, but it's just something I never heard of.
Donald's so good at that, it's terrifying.
Good at what?
Saying so much yet so little at the same time. Like you yap, but it's so filled with nothing that it's almost like you didn't talk, such as eating chips and consuming empty calories.
As if I haven't sat by you for a year straight, hearing your voice slip through my headset like the dark thoughts in the back of my head. When you talk, it's as pointless as a circle.
Again, I might just be losing my touch, but some of these buttons and doohickeys just aren't reacting the way I would expect them to.
I noticed that for the brief period I played. Some of the movement and the mechanics reacted a bit sluggishly or didn't even react at all.
And there's the liberal tears that I'm so used to.
Donald, if there's any platforms up ahead, do you want to conquer your fear and take the lead?
Don't get smart with me, Joe. You know you won't be able to keep up.
You mean hang behind?
Well, isn't this just the biggest mess that you love to see?
Looks like one of those yoinky sploinky boards where you throw the oval down and try to get points.
What is a yoinky sploinky board? Donald, where do you even come up with these terms?
If I leak the sauce, then everyone will have the recipe. I can't have greatness being imitated here, Obama.
My calculations are correct. And there we go. Looks like this old noggin still has it together.
So this can power the purple boost to get us up to, well, wherever we need to go.
I've said this before, but don't break a hip on the trip, Joe.
And magically, we have power to a product that shouldn't have existed in the first place.
Not the first time scientists have created abominations to humanity. And from what I'm hearing on these audio tapes, they didn't have any signs of stopping.
This doesn't look the safest to go down. Are you sure this is where we're supposed to go?
The red smoke almost confirms it. I just need a little fire and a little light to guide us to the promised land.
It's about time I find this feline and feast on him like fried feathers.
There's only so many things that you can say here that won't get taken down, Don. And I'm not so sure that those are one of those things.
Boy, the music just doesn't stop, does it?
Where even are we? Why does this entire place just turn into an Egyptian tomb where we avoid booby traps? This business was set up by con men. It had to be.
Well, whatever it may be, here's a battery that we need.
What the?
He just attacked us. Come back here and face us like men, you feral phony.
We're dead. There's no way that we're not dead. Was that supposed to happen?
Well, if it's not, I think I just got a heart attack, so one of you guys might have to take over. Wait, what is this?
Can the car come and hit us already like we're in a Warner Brothers cartoon? I'm sick and tired of whatever's going on around here.
Wait, what did Poppy just say? And we're going through the red smoke now?
Oh, this cat has us hallucinating now. If this just don't beat all.
Do you have any idea what you're doing?
This is the start of the game. I think this could be flashbacks when we worked here, but it looks so damaged already.
Poppy, the only thing I know that I'm doing is topping off the salmon I had earlier, and apparently this cat got jealous of my good eats.
What's going on anymore? Catnap attacked us and now we're having nightmares?
Do you know what's happened here?
We're in home, sweet home.
This place, the shadows of these children, I don't know what happened, but it had to be something sinister with them.
We were an ex-employee. Why wouldn't we stop it if
There's
this was going
catnap.
on?
Little Timmy is just sitting there without a care in the world. No wonder these things want to rip us to shreds if there was testing done to them.
We're in the classroom now.
You know who we once were.
Look at who we are, Obama.
Are these the memories of our past? What evil went on underground?
And here comes the wormhole again. Catnap is going to pay for this.
A part of me is wondering if this really is Catnap's fault.
See why we have to end this?
Like, look at this. These were innocent children. What did these scientists allow to happen to them?
A lot of evil, that's what. But I'm telling you this, I'm here to end it, and no cat or spider or cookie monster is going to stop me.
You're not listening to what Poppy is saying. I don't think we even know who we are.
I accepted that.
Do you even know what's real?
And it seems we don't even know what's going on anymore. Is this even a hallucination we're experiencing?
What else is it, Obama?
It has to be a hallucination. It's just the places we've all been before.
What else happened down here, Poppy? Because if it has a problem with me, I'll fix its attitude.
That's a face.
It's Huggy Wuggy.
Why is he here? We killed him. Stop popping up in our dreams.
Get ready for the jump scare.
I'm ready for it.
No, you don't.
And it didn't even happen. But what is even happening?
There's screams. They're terrifying.
What's this red light? Where are we?
Why is everybody screaming? What happened here?
It's all red. Everywhere I look, it's all red.
These screams are sending shivers down my spine.
What is that in the mist?
It's the hand from
That's
last
the prototype.
chapter.
He's reaching for us. So he caused all of this? Him and Catnap are gonna pay?
If we're still alive, we have to get out of this red smoke, Joe.
The phone. The phone is ringing.
Is it Ollie?
Good thing I'm easy to find, Furball. Hello, everybody. My name is Donald Trump, and welcome back to FNAF 4.
The game where we get to witness Donald succumb to the nightmares of his past.
Well, to one of the animatronics, Donald is the monster.
Joe, if that's another damn Chica joke, I'm filling your inhaler with pesticides.
It's also the game where Donald admits to federal crime.
It's your turn at the steering wheel, Donald. Since you haven't played since night one, I highly recommend that you listen to the game carefully.
If I was really this damn kid, I would just keep all the doors closed and sit on my bed. Too bad we play as someone who eats sharpened pencils during recess.
Crayons just go flying from his nose when he sneezes. Anyways, just stick to playing. The game picks up fast.
I'm noticing for myself.
Well, he'll be in his own little world. In the meantime, can I ask something about these animatronics?
Go ahead and shoot.
And in the mini-games, the child claims that the stuffed animals are his friends.
Bonnie the Atlanta stripper is being as aggressive as ever, I see.
However, clearly these things are haunting him in the middle of the night. So, which is it?
I'm hearing this walking that keeps going back and forth. What the hell is that?
That's Foxy. I thought I said this before, but he goes back and forth from door to door trying to get into your closet. Ironic if you think about it.
No wonder he yells if the closet gets opened.
Barack, remember that during one of these mini games, the crying child was told that he knows you hate it here. So it's assumed that even though the stuffed animals are his friends, there's still some association with insidious entities.
All right, so far so good.
Remember, the difficulty picks up as the night goes on.
There it is. So that's what the breathing sounds like.
Right. I guess since you've always been talking to me or Barack, you never properly heard it.
I suppose I'm just confused how the hell these things relate to the overall story. Like, where did they even come from? Are these machines made by Fredbear and Company? How did they even get in the house?
These are all questions that will be revealed to you later in the game. It's something I could inform you about, but I just think that would take away from the game experience.
Sometimes it's almost impossible to tell if someone is there. I have to really listen.
Interesting. One thing I'm noticing is that these are the classic animatronics that are attacking us. Is this after the first game?
Again, refer to the first thing I said.
Well, what can you tell me?
That depends on what you ask.
Donald was right. You're like one of those weird cryptic merchants in RuneScape.
The funny thing is, Donald doesn't say it as kindly as you do.
Well, let me just say this. I don't think we're in the same home as we are in the mini games.
Really? Why do you think that?
A couple of reasons. For one, the stuffed animals that are typically in the corner are not there.
That you are correct.
Shut up for a second. Wait, what the hell? That wasn't Chica. Was that Foxy?
Yeah, that was Foxy.
Creeping in the hallways of a little boy. Typical liberal behavior, if you ask me.
Second, Fredbear isn't on the bed. It's a normal Freddy. And the bed's not faced parallel to the door. Lastly, and I think most importantly, there's only one door.
Damn it, Foxy. You left-wing predator.
Donald, stop associating the Democratic Party with predatorial behavior. Did you really do that on purpose?
I have no idea what you're talking about. And I have to leave Foxy like that so Freddy doesn't strip on the bed for us.
I will say this. You are doing a good job managing for your second time playing.
Did you really doubt the world's best security guard? The very best?
Not necessarily.
Well, I did.
Well, enough talk. Let me focus.
Anyways, you have good eyes, Barack. You are correct. We aren't in the same bedroom.
And I presume you won't allude to if we even play as the same kid or not?
Again, as we move through the game, all of these questions will be answered. And I don't mean one at a time. It'll all be immediate.
Interesting. I wonder how it'll all piece together.
And again, Bonnie is thrusting his furry crotch on my doorknob. Just think of that. All of that rabbit fur stuck in the key lock.
What are you even talking about?
We're going to need some disinfectant wipe for the door. Who knows what diseases he's caught at the club?
Bunny getting ones thrown at him is certainly an image to ponder about.
I don't even think DeviantArt could whip up a concept like that.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about DeviantArt. Dare I ask what this game looks like over there?
I don't know specifically. But since you've looked up the first game, I think you have a general idea of what the war front looks like.
Maybe the stripper comment wasn't exactly wrong, huh?
I didn't say I wanted it to be accurate. I mean, they're coming to my door so much they're painting a new layer of white on it.
Don, that's disgusting. Probably honest, but still disgusting.
Just maintain your focus right now. It's 4 a.m., which means you're almost somewhere over the rainbow.
It would be a lot easier without Closet Herbert over here trying to snatch me up and take me to his basement or something.
Oh, that's a good question to ask. Why does Foxy hide in the closet instead of just killing us directly?
Well, Foxy has always been one to attack based on attention.
Clarify.
In the first game, if you didn't look at him on the cameras enough, he would run to your office. In the second game, if you don't flash the light enough, he kills you. In the fourth game, if you don't pay enough attention to him in the closet, he kills you.
Okay, that makes sense. But what does that have to do with him in the closet?
Think about the second game. Where would Foxy be at?
In the hallway.
Correct. Now, where was the hallway on your screen?
In the middle.
And where does Foxy appear now?
Oh, that makes sense, I suppose. Is it possibly just publisher preference?
It's safe to assume that.
How long does 5 a.m. last? This has actually felt like a real fully fleshed hour.
It'll be over soon enough. Just don't keep track of time. Stick to your guns.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just tired of being paranoid of Foxy, the peeping pirate.
It's not that bad if you establish a sort of rhythm with the whole thing.
I'm running back and forth so much I'm burning calories by the pound load. And just like that, the world's best security guard is back in action.
You're a child, Don.
Enough with the insults, Obama. You should be praising me.
No, like you literally play as a child, not a security guard.
Then I'm the world's best child.
You can say that again.
Then I'm the world's best
It was a figure of speech, Donald.
2 days until the party.
What happens on the day of the party? Are we having a gender reveal for the demonic terrors that are stalking us?
He hates you. Starting optimistic, I see.
I don't blame him if he's acting like this.
You really unironically hate a small child.
Damn right I do.
You have to get up.
Or don't, and just stay there and die. That works too.
Geez, you are sad.
You can get out this time, but you have to hurry.
Well, let's get the hell out of here. What's little orphan Annie doing over here?
Where's your plush toy? Mine is Spring Bonnie.
You mean spring crap or piss trap? Yeah, no thanks, you little miscreant.
I see why Ivanka has daddy issues.
You better watch out. I hear they come to life at night.
Interesting. So that must mean that a lot of secrets about the restaurant got out to the public.
Not enough secrets for the police to care. And if you die, they hide your body and never tell anyone. So when the hell does this game take place? And why does this little girl know so damn much?
She has to be connected somehow. Yeah, especially after just dismissing it like this.
Aren't you the kid who always hides under the table and cries? Yeah, Andrew Tate would be ashamed he's not on his Sigma grind set, or whatever it's called.
Something tells me you agree with Andrew Tate.
His messages are good, but his marketing is terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's a mess. Have you seen his pictures? It's like he poses for a Fortnite poster.
Ha ha ha. No one else is scared. Why are you? Stop being such a baby.
Mean little thing, isn't he?
They hated him for telling the truth.
Are you going to the party? Everyone is going to the party. This party must be the talk of the town or something.
If the town is like 5 people, then yeah.
Oh, wait, you have to go. It's your birthday. Ha ha.
Why are you laughing that it's my party? What? Is this kid a vegetable or something?
I wouldn't exactly argue against that.
Listen, kid, nothing is stopping me from kicking you right in the shin and making you eat dirt.
Do you not remember who you're playing as?
Fair point. I'll whip him into shape. I'll take him under my wing and soon we'll be a money-making tandem.
Yeah, not to love and support the child or anything, just use him for personal profits.
You're telling me they can be used for other reasons?
No, don't use them at all. Like, you know, a normal parent?
He's hiding again. And you're telling me a normal parent doesn't do that?
I'm not really shocked at this revelation, just disappointed.
You're crying again? You live with him. You should expect to be around this.
I've never really seen hatred the way Donald hates this child.
He's the definition of being pathetic. You would think this rough environment would toughen him up. At this rate, he won't live past his teenage years.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, buddy?
He looks like if a prescription bottle was a person.
And gentlemen, welcome to Scrutinized. This is a game about being on neighborhood watch, and you have to file reports in your area.
Hot MILFs in my area?
Autocorrecting a lot here.
We have a lot to get into, so let's just jump right into the game.
Here we are, night one.
I should get to my computer and get the night started.
First off, our house looks like an elder home. And second, that cutscene took forever.
Were you listening at all?
No, not one bit. I actually want you to explain what I need to do.
You cannot be serious, Donald.
I'm sitting here waiting, aren't I?
The character, Luna, is trying to hunt down the blue blood killer, which claimed her cousin's life. She hopes to do so by going through neighborhood watch reports in hopes of finding some evidence.
Is she stupid? What kind of ego does she have?
Not like her cousin was killed or anything.
Whatever. But I'll play along. Time to lock down this neighborhood and help this lady mourn in peace.
There's definitely going to be more to mourn after we're done.
Hello, door? Seems like this lady's house is against her, too.
A breaker unit there, I'm sure that's not important.
What's this? Wanted by the FBI, the blue blood killer.
Looks like it's our bulletin board for research.
Was this our cousin? Man, no wonder she got killed. The ego must run in the family.
That's a bit, you know what? I won't say what I want to say.
Oh, yeah, you can tell we're single, too. This is our dedication. No man or anything satisfying in life.
Donald, just when will fictional characters be safe around you?
Never. Now let's get to work. We got a lot of desktop icons here. Are we going to be using all of these?
If I remember correctly, we do, but that's only because these have minimal functionality to them.
Well, here's the report desk. What do we have cracking tonight?
I don't think it's appropriate to sunbathe in your backyard with little clothing on when you willingly know some teenage boys live around you. What?
Didn't know Colleen Ballinger was still around.
Wow.
All right, this looks like the identification system, so we just pop the information in here, right?
Yep, you got it.
The police are going to love digging through your search history, ma'am.
Search history isn't a safe topic around you, Donald.
Listen, I would be scared straight into a hiding hole if I saw your browsing history.
You're scared of mine. There's got to be war crimes hiding in yours. And that probably isn't the worst thing in there.
Can't even go 5 seconds without yapping about the game.
Well, at least we don't need help browsing the internet, Joe.
I was the one that built this laptop, you boofhead. The saying is wrong. You can teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, speaking of new tricks, do I fill out this weight or not? Because we don't know it.
I'm not helping you with everything.
Fine. I didn't need your help anyways.
So why did you
We'll
ask?
just search right from the get-go.
Or cut me off, that works too.
Hold on a minute. We got 4 different results here.
Rachel Green of Montana. Convenient how we just have access to this sort of stuff.
Donald, what are you doing?
What now?
That's going to submit the ticket. Don't do that just yet. Look around a bit more. Use more of the apps.
Can you let my jockstrap breathe a bit? I wasn't going to submit it yet. I just wanted it as a placeholder. Remember, I'm the world's best security guard. The very best.
Well, what is the very best security guard plotting?
Look at this right here. Social spy, I assume, allows you to spy on other people's social media.
Your gut instinct isn't letting you down so far.
We need some real substantial evidence.
We got something. Hold on.
Check out my page on Only Admirers. Made a 50% discount for everyone that signs up before Dare Day on June 1st. Come quick and you'll get something special.
Single mother alert. I hope your landlord raises your rent.
All right, then.
Well, so far, it's not looking good for Rachel Green, especially if she's trying to get nasty on the poop deck.
Regardless of what she's doing, it's pretty nasty when you call it a poop deck, Donald.
Taking the name a bit literal, Barack.
Let's see if we can get any results on police records. Maybe that'll help solidify our case here against Rachel.
That definitely won't be enough. We need some real hard knocks evidence. And there's not any police records regardless.
Dang, nothing on any of the Rachels? I was thinking there had to be some sort of loitering charge or something.
Swing and a miss.
Well, let's see what other magic we got in our bag of tricks.
Sim database. Let's just type in her name and see if there's any results for anything.
If I'm correct, this is regarding their cell phone information. So we should be able to pull up old
Got it.
messages and things of that nature.
I feel like we're violating several laws while we're in the process of this, but who cares?
Now you're getting into the spirit, Obama.
I don't know if I would call it spirit.
What am I supposed to do here?
We have to crack a code or something?
Why can't I crack it? That's the right number. Oh, we have to adjust the dial?
Looks like it, but how can we tell when it's right?
Are you serious? That made no sense. I had the right number in the first place. Why do I have to crack it open like a safe?
Most likely still has security protocols, Donald.
Well, we'll get back to that later.
I needed a bathroom break anyways.
We just started.
He's holding his phone in a weird way. Freaky Obama is back at it again.
Shut up, will you?
Don't take too long. Last time Michelle was in there, I had to call a plumber.
How's the race coming along?
Great. How's the dropping out coming along?
It's fantastic. I can focus on horror games and finally relax in my golden years.
For you, it's most likely the silver years.
Yeah, your hair absorbed all the gold before my years could get to it.
The jealousy of not having hair is running rampant on you.
There's a joke I could make about your toupee, but unlike you, it's running away from me.
Speaking of running, how's the dropping out coming along?
We just keep going in a circle, huh?
Old habits die hard, Joseph. Old habits die hard.
You know, some circles end, though.
Yeah, I do. Circle of life is all about doing many things for the last time. An interesting concept, very interesting.
C'est la vie, as they say.
Yep.
Are you not going to pause the game?
In all honesty, I expected Obama to just wiggle his juice out, but something tells me he's not using a urinal.
I have the plumber on speed dial, if necessary.
Something tells me Obama doesn't know that.
Something is telling you right.
All right, did I miss anything?
Do I need to?
And no, you do not need to call the plumber, Joe.
Just making sure.
While you were treating that bathroom like Shrek's outhouse, we found out that Rachel bought some interesting apparel from a store called Pleasure Palace.
Sunless bronzer, sunbathing mask, and sun tanning oil.
All of which someone would be purchasing if they were going to sunbathe.
To be fair, this lady does seem like a Karen, the fact she's this into someone's business, but I can see how it's a problem with adolescents next door.
Well, this is a giant waste of time because I doubt this beanstalk of a woman is linked to the blue blood killer in any way. But I'm already this deep into this mess, so I might as well just check out all of our tools.
Good thing the old dog knows some new tricks.
Whatever jargon you say, remember to unplug the computer and plug it back in when we have technical issues.
That won't erase your history, Donald.
And yet here you are, likely scheming at ways to erase yours.
Anyways.
I think we already narrowed it down to this lady right here. However, I still want to crack this sim just because it's annoying me.
We also only have circumstantial evidence with this. I say we still need to look for something a bit more concrete.
Oh, I'm in. What are you looking up, Rachel?
Bunch of only admirer searches on here. Looks like she's following up with her social media inquiries.
I wonder if she ever thought people would be snooping around her phone.
They don't have inner monologue. Now let's get to the pictures.
Of course, Donald is fixated.
Boring. Let's see what's in text convos.
Seems like she's having a pretty enthralling conversation with Amber Kay.
Rachel just recently sent an email to only admirers, but this just backs up what we already have.
I think that tanning purchase is evidence enough. It's not like we really need to attach any of this. We already know that this lady is the one doing all of this anyways.
Yeah, but if we don't have anything solidified, the report could be rejected, which only creates more problems for us.
Like we need any of that. Isn't the whole point of the game to avoid people that are hunting us down?
Not ironic at all that we're browsing through a virtual prostitute's phone.
I'm just reading along here trying to regurgitate what they're texting, but in all honesty, it's not really anything substantial.
If they're talking about all this, maybe they should talk about finding a father figure. How about that?
You never know, maybe her father is still around.
Yeah, well, he's only been at the store for the past 23 years.
Well, from the looks of it, we've done just about everything we can.
I'll just use this as the evidence and we'll go from there.
You know, Donald, a part of this game is checking around the house to make sure nobody has broken in. I highly, highly recommend you do that. We haven't gotten up since the start of the game.
I had other matters to attend to, like shaming a Reddit girl. All right, let's look around a bit more.
I'm surprised we didn't get up to stretch in the first place.
Why is this window open? Luna, are we stupid?
Fresh air, I guess.
That window was already closed. How do I lock it? How do I lock the window?
Does it not let you?
No, I thought I was clicking it, but I wasn't. I guess Luna really is stupid after all.
She ranks pretty high in the legal system.
Well, her taste in art sucks. That was a horror-looking painting.
Sort of reminds me of that One Weekend album cover.
I'm starting to think Luna is actually deficient in common sense. Like your cousin got killed, and you have the bright idea to keep all of your windows open?
Interesting choice, but I think that's how the house starts out, so I think we just have to be ready.
Good heads up for next time.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is the room dark? I don't like dark rooms in my own house.
Did we even go into this room?
I'm not sure, but I can't remember if the game starts off with all of the lights on or not. Might be a good idea to make a mental note of our surroundings.
It's probably financially irresponsible to keep all the lights on at one time, unless we get paid the big bucks.
When you have to have a flashlight regularly equipped to your waist just to walk around your own house, that's a problem.
Seems like she's used to this sort of pressure, whoever's applying it.
Donald, it is not a good idea to be in the dark. Just turn the light on.
There's not even a light switch. Well, I'll just shut up.
On top of the many stupid things that you've said and done, I rate this on the C tier.
Blah, blah, blah. Go cry to your wife about it.
Isn't what you just did a form of crying in a way?
He'll never admit that, though.
This is like the third time I tried to go in the bedroom and the door acts like a nightclub bouncer.
Maybe this house is haunted.
Like, look at this. Why do they always try to crease my J's?
I think creasing your J's should be the least of our concern right now. This is the third window that's just been opened.
There's someone in the house. Guarantee there's someone in the house, probably hiding on the terrace or something.
Then that wouldn't be in the house.
You know what I mean.
We really don't.
Sec cams. Did we need to be doing this the whole time?
I thought that was mostly understood, but I stand corrected.
Oh, we're on our Five Nights at Freddy's for sure. Make sure we don't have animatronics moving around.
So far, I don't see any bears or bunnies trying to make it clap, and I'd prefer to keep it that way.
Trying to make it what?
Instagram Reels found a home rooted away in Donald's memory cabinet.
Whoa, what just happened? Did someone just turn the power off?
Do you remember where the breaker is? We could probably use that to turn the power back on.
That's what I'm trying to remember, but I don't want to get put in a body bag. Is it in this room right here?
Just brace yourself for impact.
Is it? No, this is the bathroom. Why doesn't this lady have a gun or something? Did you not see what happened with your cousin?
If we're doing things like this, I feel like having a firearm is almost necessary.
Here we are, the breaker. Now let's not die. Wait, do I have to flip more on?
I think that should be it. I don't remember the game having a multiple breaker mechanic.
Oh, wait. And just like that, we have light in this household once again.
Now, I think it's important that we... did you open that?
Either I have the strongest swing on planet Earth or we need to call Zach Bagans.
This isn't a bad spot, now that I have a second look at it. Could use some carpet in the living room, though. That's what I will say.
Maybe some better lights, too? Ones that don't always turn on and off?
She definitely gets her supplies from Family Dollar.
With how much paper she uses, I don't blame her.
All right, time to submit the report now. Do I drag it over here or something? Does that shredding mean report filed?
No, it means we shredded the report. So all of the work that we just did meant nothing.
Well then.
It was a stupid report anyways. On to the next one.
Yep, that's certainly cope.
Last night I was awoken in the middle of the night by what sounded like a group of men talking directly outside my window. I went downstairs to get a visual of what they looked like. When I turned on the outside lights, they scattered like a bunch of cockroaches.
Yeah, he's liberal.
I counted 6 white men with dark clothing on.
What are you talking about?
I walked outside and found they broke some parts off my golf cart in an attempt to steal it, I think.
Rule number 1 is to get the shotgun. He failed that rule, and now he's forced to look at a middle-aged woman on Neighborhood Watch, take care of his problems.
He was outnumbered 6-1. You can't really blame him. Also, this is the entire purpose of the Neighborhood Watch.
Just to put it out there without any future harassment, I would be the best neighborhood watchman, the very best.
With the mansion you live in, there isn't much of a neighborhood to watch.
Shrubbery can get pretty active in the late night.
Whenever you two stop being Democratic fuddy-duddies is the day we can prosper as a country.
I wasn't even trying to be whatever Polish word you just said. I was being realistic. How do you anticipate an all-nighter when the only thing you have to watch is your butler picking up the DoorDash?
It must be the time of year where snails can sprout from banana trees because you're as slow as they get. Haven't you heard of cameras, Obama? No internet connection?
Oh yeah, there's a router in the backroom closet that you have to reboot. Forgot to tell you that.
You also forgot to tell him what's a shredder and what's not.
You see, this is why I'm the best watchman and you're not. Even with me being in the mansion, I'm the very best.
That's my point. How would you even monitor the neighborhood when all the cameras would barely wrap around your house?
Silly, silly Obama. Always worrying about the over and never worrying about the under. Is it good to go?
Yep.
Perfect. Obama, you need to get your head under the clouds before lightning strikes your big old bald head.
Are you going to stop talking in riddles or are you going to answer my question?
This is like witnessing Batman talk to the Joker in real time.
You cannot be a real person. Did you just forget that cameras can exist anywhere on planet Earth? Why would I need cameras to be directly attached to my house?
Yeah, real intuitive thought when there's no power at the end of the street.
Obama, you bloody tampon, you're getting stupider and stupider the more you talk. Do batteries not exist for you liberals? Or is that not environment friendly enough?
Say, Joe, how's the weather?
It's fantastic. How are you doing today, Joe?
I love bickering in front of the camera with thousands of people watching.
Me too, Joe.
Look what you're doing. Joe needs his headlights changed.
This might be the worst conversation we've ever had, and let's hope no one asks us how to change a light bulb. We'll die before we do.
I'm surprised we didn't get a larger pool of results here.
Wait, are we looking for all 6 of them or just one? Are all 6 guys exactly 5'6" and 225 pounds?
Dang, 5'6" and 225 pounds. How did he scatter so fast?
He must have rolled away like an Autobot or something.
You make it hard not to comment on your weight.
Well, none of these guys really match the report, but it's easier to guesstimate someone's height rather than their weight. So I'll assume the height is more accurate.
This is an eyewitness testimony.
We got Barry Wright, age 26, weight 182 pounds. Well, you're in the right place, pal.
He does not look like he's 26 or 182 pounds.
I don't think the game paid that much attention to detail.
Well, we're gonna roll with this guy for now. He best matches the description. But let's try to find some more evidence before we throw the book at him.
I want you to notice the red square up at the top of this screen. That's how many reports that we can get wrong throughout the week. If we get so many wrong, then we fail our quota.
Made a mental note for it when Donald dies and I have to take over.
Which is never. So we have Barry's social media, and he looks like he's just down to get dirty.
Seems like we have a certified lover boy on our hands.
But so far, this doesn't really prove anything regarding destruction of property.
You have a point. Abigail is fine. She's made of sunshine. Her kisses are sweet, but her skeletons are obsolete. Is this guy just taking pictures of random women?
He must be, because he certainly has zero game.
Nothing wrong complimenting a girl, but posting about multiple women is certainly an interesting choice.
Yeah, this freak is definitely still using Facebook. Another Zuckerberg Zucker, if you catch my drift.
I really don't.
Just off his inability to keep a woman, I'm going to search police records. Maybe this will point us in the right direction.
If not, it may be the best case to look at another person, because I don't think we have a strong case here.
Yep, we really don't have a case here.
Who should we pick
But
next?
something strikes me off about this guy. I'm almost positive there's something here. We just have to keep digging.
Oh, okay then.
That's a risk, Donald.
Now, hold on. What did he buy here?
Spice blend, percolated pipe, red cherry syrup, rainbow slinky, massage oil, and glow sticks.
For $380? Did he buy 1,000 glow sticks for a Mr. Beast challenge?
No, those women on Barry's Facebook look too old to be Mr. Beast fans.
They're also too old to be around Mr. Beast and his team anyways.
I knew the Mr. Beast Island seemed familiar.
Can't say that one too loud.
This guy's a blown-out weirdo. I don't know whatever RuPaul's Drag Race events that he's holding in his bedroom, but he needs to be investigated more.
Again, this is a risk because we don't have anything that ties him to this specific report. He could also be associated with another report that we'll have in the future, so keep that in mind.
Got it. Now we spy on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, reminder that this is a very common thing to happen.
Whoa, what is he looking up?
GHB, truth serum, and local young single ladies.
And how to dig a hole for a body?
I told you this guy was a freak.
GHB is a party drug, by the way, so this is hinting he could have drugged someone and they overdosed.
Well, that seals the deal. Even if he's not related to the report, I gotta let people know that this man is basically guilty of murder.
I thought you weren't about being guilty until proved innocent.
He practically proved himself guilty. All right, let's stretch out and get a good look around. No Russian men hiding, that's good.
That's your definition of a good look around?
Well, we're dead.
I'm not done looking around, you simpletons. I'm still gonna do my due diligence on the cameras. I can't have any leprechauns attacking us.
Leprechauns?
I think he means the guy in the lab suit.
All right, how do I submit this thing?
Drag it over. It looks like you already knew.
They don't call me the world's best neighborhood watchman for a reason.
I'm not so sure, Donald. Look at the top of the screen. The number near the red square just went up.
Are you serious?
I told you to watch out for that. If the report isn't consistent, why would anybody investigate?
My bad for wanting to catch a freakazoid, but I guess we're on to the next report.
There have been several cars in and out of Devon's driveway today. More than one of them didn't even have plates on the vehicle, and I'm pretty sure he was arguing with one of the drivers while gesturing for him to get the car into his garage.
Plug weird, but he chilled.
Caught me on look in the commotion and gave me this look that said, go the fuck inside and mind your business.
Interesting.
Which is exactly what I did, but I continued to watch from the comfort of my home.
This guy is a loser.
When everything settled, he went to shake the driver's hand and the driver pulled his hand away.
Certainly didn't mind his own
I
business.
squinted to see what was wrong with Devin's hands, and they had an odd, unnatural reddish hue to them.
Plug is most certainly more than weird, but the person filing this report is no better. You don't have anything better to do than spy on your neighbors?
We're on Neighborhood Watch for a reason. I'm assuming the only people that are reporting to Neighborhood Watch are at least in their 40s.
Typically, the younger generation are too involved with their own lives that they don't care, or they can't afford houses in neighborhoods with Neighborhood Watch.
That says a lot about the current state of the economy and the current leader of the economy.
Are we really doing this? We're playing a tattletale game of I Spy and we're going to argue over the economy?
No, but if you shout like this, I'm going to match your energy.
You two don't have a lot of shouts left. Don't be wasting them here.
Oh, I'm just messing around. I don't really care.
Oh,
No results found?
did you type out any of the information wrong?
I don't think I did. I'm checking back and forth right now, and all of it looks right.
Joe, any input?
I'm trying to remember if the game has some reports that the suspects are almost impossible to find.
Well, we can't really file a report if we don't have a lead, so we might be out of luck on this one. Yeah, Devin just doesn't even exist or something. He's a figment of this guy's imagination.
So what now? Do we just move on to the next report or something?
I'm going to check his name on any debit cards because they have to list his government name on legal documentation.
Let's hope we can get some sort of result. Never mind.
Well, I'm just convinced that this person doesn't exist.
What's your move?
I don't really care. I'll submit it just to calm that guy's nerves.
Don't look now, but it was another wrong report.
I knew that guy was a drug addict, just like Rambley from the last game.
Rambley wasn't on drugs. He was just eccentric.
I was jogging around the park and I saw a woman pushing a girl into a car. I had my headphones in and they were far away, but it looked like the girl was crying as she clutched her face.
What the?
What? I should get some rest. Oh, we're going to bed.
Finally, after a bunch of hard work, the world's best neighborhood watchman can at least get a good night's rest.
What the?
Ow, that hurt.
And we just lost the game.
We got kidnapped? Why did we get kidnapped? Is that because of the stupid reports?
No, we died because we didn't check the windows. The windows will automatically pop open due to a failure in the lock mechanics, and someone can sneak in if we don't regularly check them.
Would have been nice to know beforehand, Joe. Now I got to see this smiling critter fanboy come in with the bass drop again.
You know what that means, right? The music agrees. It's my turn to play.
All right, Obama, since I'm the world's best neighborhood watchman, I'll give you some tips.
We got a broken nose and a bloody lip last time we listened to you. I'll just go with my gut instinct for once.
We have to start playing more games that I'm not aware of because it's no fun just sitting back and watching you guys play.
Well, if you stopped picking the games that you played, maybe we would have that possibility, you dingus.
It's not my fault that these games are so good that you need to play them. Tell game developers to make good games that I've never played before.
Maybe you should have saved the game playing for retirement and not the Oval Office. Instead, we have Candy Cadet bringing back nickel candy and avoiding several critical wars.
Don't blame me. I just play horror games.
I'm not sure if that defense is going to stand on any weighted judgment.
I'm like the Burger King. I don't make the burgers, but I'm the king of them. In the same way, just because I'm president doesn't mean every little thing has to be something I worry about.
That sounds like something I would say. Why are you stealing my lines?
Yeah, you guys definitely need to stop being around each other so much.
I just know she has the BBL Drizzy headset.
The BBL hoo-ha?
It's a wonder if aliens really are avoiding this planet.
You know those headsets I'm talking about.
Not one bit.
You're on your own, man.
The headsets where they throw any customer service agent on a desk and make them answer internet calls.
Oh, a call center headset.
Yes, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Obama. I was losing myself in my thoughts for a minute.
That doesn't really sound like the comfiest headset in the world.
We've had this conversation before. Everything about customer service sucks, especially the people, but the equipment is certainly no better.
We're not even wearing a headset, are we?
Beats me, but I feel like we would need to if we're looking to hear things on the cameras.
Then how would we be able to hear the things inside?
You know, that's not an issue I'm really considering because we shouldn't be in this mess in the first place.
Life is unpredictable, they say.
So this is our suspect, And now we have to find evidence that he's been doing something that matches this report, right?
Right.
What did this Kroger employee do again? I didn't really care to read the report.
He had weird stains on his shirt and he was acting suspicious.
Why are these people so nosy?
No results for any social media. Can I use his alias?
You should be able to. Also, to answer your question, Donald, Neighborhood Watch is typically full of nosy people.
That's so stupid. Let a guy breathe or something. This guy doesn't even sound that weird. Maybe he spilled coffee on his shirt or something.
His social doesn't reveal anything either. All this post is saying is that he's available to pet sit, and this was over 6 years ago.
One punch man falling onto hard times.
We don't exactly have to be scared of getting one or two wrong, but keep in mind that the rejected reports don't reset. So the game could get really difficult later in the week.
I'm aware. That's why we need to get them correct now.
We got not one, but two purchases here. Big spender.
Some bleach, a black hoodie, and black jogger pants. Not suspicious at all.
Considering the report, that certainly raises some eyebrows.
Are we Neighborhood Watch for the entire city, or do we just live on O Block?
And now we have gloves, masks, rubbing alcohol, and disinfectant wipes.
Well then,
I feel like this is evidence enough, but we don't know if there was even someone butchered. That's the problem with these reports. There's nothing conclusive.
nothing is going to be conclusive. You have to remember these reports are flawed because they're based off of civilian perspectives.
You're telling me, do I put it as evidence or not? Ugh, this is frustrating.
Come on, you can find more than receipts, Obama. With that wall of apps, we're just going to use this tiddlywink of evidence?
No, you're right. I definitely can dig up more. I just have to be a bit more patient.
It's light work for you, Obama. These people are straight Nimrods, absolute pea brains. They're not good with covering their tracks, so we can sniff them out like a hound dog.
Their text messages are a great place to start, especially when we take into account their purchases.
I was hesitant at first, but this man has to be hiding something under that big nose of his.
Now is it appropriate to say the term cavity search?
And we're in.
Oh, geez, you're right. He does have a big nose.
Focusing on the wrong thing here.
Is hydrogen peroxide safe on cotton clothes? More incrimination here.
Client and supplier?
Oh, this guy is a hitman. I think we found ourselves the money load right here.
Yeah, he's talking super weird.
Now we have client 23X. I think this is our gold mine.
Let's see here.
Do you want them held or do you want them gone? I want them gone. This man is doing what?
So that's what he meant on his Facebook when he was talking about pet sitting.
Yeah, sitting them in the grave.
Well, there's the evidence that we need. Putting him saying he doesn't get caught is so ironic.
Pride comes before the downfall, as they say.
All right, Big Nose Anthony. I suggest that you bring nose plugs to plug your nose in prison, because those prisoners will use anything and everything available to them.
Yeah, he's not seeing daylight again. Too bad, so sad. On to the next report.
That's the attitude to have, Barack.
It's no secret that Mr. Taylor's business is going down the gutter. Sounds like Mr. Taylor isn't as financially successful as the world's best businessmen, the very best.
You declared bankruptcy 5 different times.
6, actually, and they were all bold and strategic moves, very strategic.
Well, moving on from that little factoid, it seems Mr. Taylor is using some back alley business tactics to scrape by.
Well, so far he's innocent until proven guilty. That's what I say.
If only the judge preceding my trial thought the same, we might have had a chance to live in a perfect world.
Well, I will say that these neighbors have got to be the nosiest sons of guns I've ever seen.
Looks like we got a hit.
Alfred Taylor. You know, he kind of reminds me of Vivek Ramaswamy.
He looks nothing like him. Besides, maybe the same old businessman smile.
The receding hairline looks more like Barack.
And I regret saying anything.
Shoving your foot in your mouth again?
You know, we've been sitting here for a while. Let me check the cameras real quickly.
Smart thinking. I don't think Donald did enough of that, if we're being honest.
Would have helped if you said anything, you know.
I think he was talking about smart thinking. Wait, what's this, a bolo?
Oh yeah, read those real quick, Barack. They're actually important.
Again, where was this when I needed it?
Last night I thought I heard something outside my house, so I promptly checked my security cameras to see what it was and saw a strange man...
Joe again?
...creeping around.
I can still punch, you know.
Unsure of what this person was doing, snooping around outside, I shined the camera light on them to get a better look at who it was.
Is this the guy from the menu?
Yeah, this is the one.
Why is he mewing?
Couldn't tell you.
After clearly being caught, he ran off, but after checking the footage a couple times, his face seemed so familiar. It dawned on me after the fact that he matched the description of the man police were after for a murder.
Just the natural things that loiterers do.
It's our duty as members of the Watch to keep the community safe and aware of what's going on. I recommend everyone shares this message to monitor your cameras and, if available, use your camera lights to deter any suspicious persons away from your property.
How about sharing the message with the police? Or are we just stupid now?
Notice how it says we should use the lights on the cameras to deter anybody away. Keep watch on those cameras when we have free time.
Good to know, Joe. What about this other bolo?
What did they do to Agent 47?
As of today, we've notified the agency about a potential suspect we believe is involved in a sex trafficking ring.
Mr. Clean got his hands dirty.
We'd like to stress this message specifically to the women, as you could in fact be his next target.
And we just so happen to be a woman.
Based on the track record, it seems as if he is looking to kidnap women exclusively.
Because he's too weak to pick on someone his own size, I'll tell you that.
It's also come to my attention that the builder who developed many of the homes in this area cut some corners. Many of the reports point to a compromised window locking mechanism as the culprit behind the unwanted entries.
That's the reason we died, Donald. We didn't check the locks enough.
Security is key here. Leave your lights on. Ensure your windows are locked.
So because of someone else's construction ignorance, we have to suffer and deal with home invasions?
Yeah, welcome to Reality 101.
That's stupid. You're telling me we can't fix the lock mechanism in the daytime?
Luna must have a fear of going to hardware stores. But back to our friend Alfred.
That seriously upsets me. With the rich neighborhood we live in, there can't be a housing inspection done or something. And the internet is out? Luna, move out of here now. This is ridiculous.
Luna may be too focused on finding the blue blood killer that she neglects everything else in her life.
Luna, just do yourself a favor and move to an area that has Comcast. I'm begging you, because we cannot be resetting the internet multiple times a day.
Comcast isn't all that good. Let's be honest with ourselves. Now, Verizon, they're the real deal.
She could have Spectrum for all I care. Just get rid of AT&T. I've had enough of these shenanigans.
I can't turn around?
What?
Why can't I turn around?
I didn't try that. We can't even turn around while it's rebooting?
No, we can't. It's an interesting game mechanic, I'll say that.
Earth to Luna. Look at what AT&T is doing to us here. Even satellite would be better.
With the way we're going, we're certainly not going to get sponsored by AT&T anytime soon.
Why would I even want a sponsorship from AT&T? As soon as they try to send me money, the system would be rebooting.
I think we're being a bit dramatic here, but I won't argue. I'll just look up some more dirt on our old pal Alfred here.
There's not really much to go on besides word of mouth, but I suppose all these reports are word of mouth.
No results found for any social media, which is interesting, especially if he's trying to run a business.
How do you even prove that Alfred is supporting a crime syndicate?
I'm going to try his debit card to see if it spills any details, although I have my doubts. And it seems my doubts are going to prevail.
Target and a wine place. Seems like he had himself a bit of fun that night.
Maybe that's why his business is failing. The old tale of all play and no work makes Alfred a lazy couch potato.
That lazy couch potato doesn't seem to be getting himself in trouble either. I think our only gambit here now is to try his text messages, see if they reveal anything.
Let's give a big old round of applause for violating privacy.
Nothing is really private in this day and age.
Certainly not any governmental body we can blame for that.
Certainly not any governmental individual we can blame for that.
And I'm in.
How does social media work? Yeah, this guy is more than likely innocent.
Search history looks good. Nothing to hint that he's running some secret crime ring.
And we know how bad old people are when it comes to covering their tracks.
Anything in pictures? What a Facebook mom kind of gallery.
We got some text from Robert here.
Robert, I really need $2,000.
Yeah, this guy was supposed to be a mob boss, and he can't even be a boss baby. Tell me again, this case is valid.
I don't know what this has to do with Boss Baby, but I agree with you about the invalidity of this report.
I guess that's settled.
Now that I know I'm not going to report that guy, it's time to do the rounds.
Well, the only difficulties that we've seemed to have is when some crinkly bald man tried to sneak into the house and steal the Honey Nut Cheerios.
I wouldn't even mind the crinkly bald man outside of the house if the lock mechanic worked properly. And we still don't even know about the doctor guy.
Are the lab tech and the homeless man working together, Joe?
Not that I'm familiar with. I think the guy in the coat is a murderer while the Russian man is a kidnapper.
So we not only have one crazy, we have two of them. Two whole crazies.
At least they don't seem to be setting up any coordinated attack. I also think it's very unlucky that this lady falls under the scope of not just one maniac, but two of them.
Is this how people live in the inner city?
I think you're mixing up the inner city with modern-day Cleveland, but I can't blame you.
All right, well, I've pretty much seen all I needed to. Let's get this thing out of here.
Hey, look, that was the right call as well.
Light work for the team of the best security.
All right, and we can go ahead and shred that one too. Was that it?
Looks like it is.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah, no kidding.
And you didn't die either. We've officially passed the night.
One night? All that work and we only got one night out of it? That took like an hour.
Actually, I think it was over an hour.
These nights are as grueling as you make them, really. Also, the reports increase as well, so there's that.
Why are the lights turned off?
You could also ask why they aren't turning back on. You're telling me this place doesn't even have backup generators?
It's not like that, Donald. I think I was turning on the wrong light. But I don't understand why she keeps opening up her windows during this dangerous time.
Maybe she doesn't have a working AC unit.
This lady practically lives in a house made out of dirty Q-tips and pizza cardboard, and you're telling me we're worried about neighborhood watch?
Luna really will catch the blue blood killer by any means necessary, but that also must mean that more than likely we aren't getting the best nutrition in our bodies.
A blood system made up of sugar substitutes and Subway sandwiches.
There's 13 different things that I would mix in that bloodstream, including black tar and cigarette ash, but Subway sandwiches seem just a bit too healthy.
Okay, I doubt she's a Dark Soul skeleton. I just mean proper amino acids and carbohydrates.
Your proposition has not altered the comparison, not even in the slightest.
All right, time to get the night started.
We have to do 5 reports tonight? We're not made of time, you stupid system.
There's a lot of construction sounds coming from Anthony's backyard, especially at night, when a lot of us in the neighborhood are trying to get some sleep.
Disturbing the peace, huh?
I've heard hammering, sawing, drilling, and even a jackhammer one night. My wife looked over the fence and swore she saw him building what seemed like several coffins.
I sincerely hope that no criminal is ever that stupid to build up his schemes in broad daylight. Not even Gotham would have that level of stupidity and crime.
He's not only making himself a target for his neighbors, he's making himself a target for the actual police force.
I'm going to be more general with my searches from now on. These reports can be off sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like that's the way to go. We actually have a pool of results this time.
I think that's our man in question.
Why do all of these suckers smile like they're taking a photo for a job interview? Their social media has to be some of the most boring, truly boring spots on the face of the internet.
Donald, yet again, focusing on what matters, truly matters.
As usual. What are you doing, Barack?
Something's not right. It was the quietest sound I've ever heard, but I swear I just heard something that I usually don't hear at that computer.
Elephant Ear Obama must be hearing the car crash from 15 blocks over. I wasn't able to hear a thing unless you have some unrecognized ESP.
I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but I do commend Barack for staying on the cautious side. You know how the game goes? The further you get into it, the more difficult it becomes.
Unless this lady just brands a big iron on her hip, what are we even going to do in the events that the crazy jacket man breaks into our house? Run outside and hope the Russian helps?
Maybe it's like a turf war thing, and both of them are fighting for the right to commit acts against humanity on us.
That's not something that you can really spin in a positive light, Barack.
Well, someone has to be positive, and it's certainly not you two at the moment.
Not a lot to be positive about. I'm watching this 6'3" man cosplaying a 5'2" Latina mom trying to fend off intruders with a spatula.
And is it or is it not working?
That's my point. The fact we have to ask ourselves that is the biggest problem of them all.
Anyways, back to our coffin critter over here.
Took a visit to the abandoned rail station of Manahala West, built in 1844 and decommissioned in 1986. If only I had ridden the majestic transport that ran through this beautiful country.
Well, he likes old people things. Maybe that will link him to a burial or something.
I don't know if you just saw at the top, but it seems like he's building something with another friend of his.
I did see that, actually, and is the main reason why I'm going to do a bit of digging around through his phone.
Golly goo, I'm so bored right now, I'm just this close to screaming.
We got some receipts here with quite the dollar bills listed on them.
Wait, the internet didn't go out?
No, you dingus. The message read that no police records were found.
Not much there from what I just gathered. Even if we prove that this guy is building something, who's to say that the wife was even right?
Building coffins also doesn't directly loop him to any murders. There is still a heavy amount of evidence that we would have to assume for there to be a valid report.
I don't want these people breathing down our necks the entire time when all we're trying to do is have a bit of fun here.
I'm trying to do a job, you're trying to have fun. We're not the same.
You're using Neighborhood Watch to help find the blue blood killer. I'm using Neighborhood Watch to judge the neighbors. We are not the same.
I don't think that was a point in your favor, Donald, but I'll just let Barack work his magic.
This is where all the gold is, after all.
Miniature trees, locomotive sets, backyard train sets. Yeah, this guy's wife clearly is a blonde, and I've never even seen her before in my life.
There's a bunch of pictures in here, too, of them building the train set. This is what they must be doing all hours of the day and night.
Sounds like the guy's wife just wanted a reason to put his name on a Neighborhood Watch report.
The nerve of some people to go out of their way to do that is astounding, truly astounding. The ignorance of the Montana mildew must be seeping into the brains of the civilians.
Well, whatever the case is, the report can just get shredded. Probably the biggest nothing burger that we've had so far.
We seem to be getting through this with a lot of ease, the biggest ease of the 21st century.
I wouldn't say that. For all you know, we could have left our car door unlocked and the jacket guy snuck in for the night.
It's true that crackheads also need a place to stay.
Homelessness is at an all-time high, I suppose, but the point is that you're wishing bad luck on us, Donald.
Here you go again with that superstition crap. Joe, listen to me and listen to me carefully.
Oh, boy.
We could have our doors as wide as the sea, our windows ready and waiting to give every burglar a trip to Cancun. And even then, these scaredy cats wouldn't get in. Not a chance.
Whoa!
Well then, seems like Donald's taunting did the trick, and also lagged the jump scare as well.
We became a statistic?
Do I have full authority to blame that loss on Donald? Because he absolutely just willed that on me.
And so what if I did? What are you going to do about it?
Think fast.
What?
You did not think fast.
Did you just knock him out?
Didn't mean to, but he'll wake up soon enough.
I'll order some Papa John's for him. Maybe that'll snap him back into it.
Ooh, that sounds like it'll hit the spot. Get me something too.
You want pineapple on your pizza, I assume?
You want to end up like him? Slenderman, huh?
I think Rush Limbaugh was still in his prime when this came out.
It's time for a little bit of a throwback Tuesday for us. I know this has been a heavily requested game on the channel as well, so it'll be nice to throw in some variety there.
So we have an 8-foot-tall white man chasing after us as we try to collect some paper.
Don't let the media hear that one. They'll grab the pitchforks and hay before you even finish that sentence.
This is going to be a long day today.
Collect all 8 pages. Sounds simple enough. This is an older game, so I doubt it could be that complex.
There has to be something deathly ironic about collecting papers on trees.
Slenderman's hunting ground is the woods for a reason. Hard to tell if he's a tree or an entity from a distance.
This is going to sound really out of pocket, but why is Slenderman so pale and white?
Replace Slenderman with America, and you have every NBC story in the past 5 years.
Now replace America with Donald, and you'd have every Wall Street Journal story in the past 10 years.
Well, I just found this building, oddly placed in the middle of nowhere. And it looks like there's a page here as well.
What was that? Why was there a sound cue?
Possibly because we picked up the paper. Wait, what was that sound cue?
So now the race is on, huh? Is Slenderman prepping the pitcher's glove to try to swallow us whole?
Interesting analogy, but I do know that collecting the 8 pages technically activates him.
The golden rule is to not look at him, right?
Don't forget about walking away from him.
No, I was just going to run up to him and give him a bear hug.
You're a wild card, Obama. You'd be the type of guy to go on a Reddit, ask me anything, and answer questions about your policies.
I think you said that because you know I've done that.
See? Complete Looney Tune.
Donald, you're the type of guy to walk up to a poster of yourself and whisper, "Good job, Donald."
Obama, you're the type of fellow to say oopsie poopsie when you make a mistake.
Why are you guys turning yourselves into Drake memes? Don't we have a horror game to play?
I'm not going to lie, I was kind of actually having fun.
Joe's the type of guy to remind the teacher to give the class homework.
Donald, you're the type of guy to hit on his own daughter and pretend it's normal.
You really want me to unvault the dementia jokes, Sleepy Joe?
All right, you win this time.
Oh, there he is.
Keep calm. There's no need to panic. Remember to not look directly at him and walk the opposite way.
Is there even an explanation as to why we're out here looking for papers?
If memory serves me correctly, I think it has to be based with the crime that happened because of the Slender Man story.
That's not entirely true, Barack.
Wasn't there a murder or something about it?
There was a stabbing, yes, but that isn't the whole reason why Slenderman came to exist. It was originally a photo altering competition on who could make subtle images look creepier. And that's where Slenderman was born, blending in with some trees.
So I guess that's why we're in the woods. Builds to his character background.
I'm still interested in that stabbing. People stabbed someone over this NBA player?
Don't look now, guys, but I found another page.
Just a few more, and we got ourselves a coloring book.
Great, only half the Harry Potter novel to go now.
Anyways, back during Barack's presidency, 2 girls lured their friend into a forest and stabbed her over 19 times to please Slenderman, who's obviously fictional.
I forgot it was that many times. Yeah, that was a crazy week in the media.
Notice how it happened under Obama, not me.
Donald, we're talking about a plot to kill someone over internet folklore. Stop comparing our Johnson sizes.
You would probably lose that regardless, Donald. No offense.
There's a joke to be interpreted there somewhere. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't pull it out.
The joke is tempting, isn't it, Barack?
Yeah, I'm just going to keep it family friendly for now. My daughters are probably watching this.
Again, for the people at home who are allowing their kids to watch us unattended, we are not their babysitters. It is legally not our responsibility to tend to your children. So don't blame us when they start insulting old men for being creepy.
I think I'm going in circles, Joe. I could have swore I already looked through this building. It doesn't really help that the entire forest looks the exact same.
Yeah, I feel like we're playing an HD version of Minecraft right now. Except we can't mine anything, and Slenderman is just a whitewashed hero brine.
Also, for being a horror game, we've only seen Slenderman appear once. The scare factor isn't really here so far. It's just been a really dark scavenger hunt.
I would still really like to know what compelled this guy to go looking for, I don't know, buried treasure or something in Yellowstone National Park while it's witching hour.
I'd be more curious about the thunder that keeps going off at a set time. Yellowstone must be under the wrath of Percy Jackson or something.
It's not even been 5 minutes, and I feel like an old grandma knitting sweaters and gossiping with the bingo club. You're right, Joe. This will be a long video.
Obama, open those eye sockets of yours. Another page.
We now have enough pages for a Vogue magazine. I think it's safe to say that we really are moving up in the world.
Now, this is a horseshoe toss, Joe, but is it safe to assume that the more pages we get, the more aggressive Slenderman becomes?
That I'm really not certain of. This is a pretty basic game, but even then, it would only be safe to assume so.
We must be stealing his diary or something. Secret information about what he does with those tentacles of his on a Thursday night.
And just like that, the IARC just revoked our E for Everyone status.
Realistically, we didn't deserve it.
Did you hear the stuff we were saying at the start of this whole thing? Some of the stuff you said was practically unfit for human ears.
Donald, now is not the time to start complaining like a grocery store mom. I'm trying not to get strangled by Wembanyama over here.
Imagine Shaq chasing you down, Donald.
Okay, we have the fourth paper and we're halfway there. Man, Bon Jovi really wasn't lying.
Oh, please, that's nothing like this scenario. Slenderman is like Shaq if he vomited Kevin Hart.
And now we have the fifth paper, too. This is starting to seem manageable, but I'm still concerned about Slenderman. Or better yet, the lack of Slenderman.
What do you mean, lack of? The fact that he's only appeared once so far, and that was at the beginning of the game?
Pretty much. I don't know. I just don't want to get used to a more relaxed atmosphere. And then all of a sudden we get pulverized by him.
Well, that's why it's important to keep on your toes. You can take this with a grain of salt, but I believe that Slenderman has the power to teleport. I heard rustling sounds not too long ago. Always make sure to check your back.
Yeah, I will. It doesn't really help with all these options and pathways that I can go down. I feel like we might be chasing around these pages for the next 20 years.
I don't think I have enough time left for that, let alone Joe.
If you keep running in circles, eventually you're bound to find what's stopping you from forward progress.
That doesn't sound crazy. Don't look now, Obama, but I see another page on your left.
Yeah, I saw it. Again, for a game dubbed Slenderman, I'm not really seeing much of him. Not that I'm complaining, it's more of a curiosity.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, there's a seismic toss every 5 seconds. His mother must be around walking with him or something.
That's a very odd insult, Don.
Well, if there's Slenderman, there must be Wide Woman.
Sounds like a really bad superhero movie. Who would even be the main character in that?
Amy Schumer.
Huh, seems accurate.
Well, here's our 7th page, and still no sign of Slenderman.
Whoa!
Well, look who decided to show up for his own game.
You know, Donald, it would be kind of funny if it didn't come at my expense.
You handled that the best way you could, Barack. And on the bright side, we only have 1 page left, and then it's lights out for the tall guy.
Yeah, but the way Donald's irony has been rolling the dice so far, I don't even know if we'll make it that far.
We must be collecting the Wide Woman's secret recipes or something.
Why are you convinced they eat anything but souls?
She's eating something, that's for sure.
Master of good eats over here with a French fry hanging out of his mouth and a Diet Coke can on the table.
Hey, Slenderman, we have a whiny donkey over here that wants to eat wheat toast and go on morning jogs. You should come and meet him.
Do you have anything else better to do with your time, Donald? Oh, you cannot be serious right now.
No way that actually worked. Hey, Jeannie, come out from wherever you are and make me 50 years younger.
I don't think that's how reality is set to happen, Donald.
And make Joe younger, too. Why not?
But it is a very odd world that we live in.
Great. As soon as I start getting some paper, that's when he comes back with the milk.
I think it's funny how we didn't really see him all game, and then Donald has to open his mouth.
I guess comedy is illegal, everybody. Don't make a joke near Joe Biden. His administration will arrest you in public for the whole world to see.
You've made some very interesting stretches in your life, but that one has to be a record.
Guys, I am begging you right now. Please keep it quiet so I can try to focus and find this last page. I don't understand why it's so elusive, but apparently it's a track star.
I suppose that you're not asking too much. Again, just try to stay focused and peer around any corners where you think it could be lurking. It's not elusive as much as it is hard to spot.
There it is. Gotcha, you stupid paper.
There we go. Now what do we do?
That's it. We officially survived the night, gentlemen. Congratulations, Barack. It's not every day we can say that we beat something our first try.
Not gonna lie, I was getting really stressed at the end there. I thought everything was coming down to the wire. That wasn't so bad, though.
Slenderman can teleport, but he still can't catch us. Wide Woman must be holding him back.
Well, Wide Man, do you want to give it a shot?
And I'll beat it on the first try, just like Obama did. Your intern is going to edit that out, right?
Sure.
Back into the nightmare.
Is this what blind people think an LSD trip looks like?
I'm more leaning towards a haunted house.
Who the hell is that?
It looks like a gold bear.
He looks like the Haribo mascot.
Of course, the first thing that comes to your mind is food.
We're in a damn restaurant. What else do you want me to think about? Oh, right, dead kids. You would know a lot about that because of Iraq.
Donald, you were literally friends with a human trafficker. You have no moral high ground here.
And we blacked out again. The party was too lit.
Do you remember how I said there were 5 kids killed and they were all stuffed into suits?
I think so.
Well, the 5th kid got stuffed into that golden suit named Golden Freddy. He's actually in the first game, but we were never lucky enough to come across him.
Joe, it's like you're trying to teach calculus to a damn third grader here.
Not that hard to understand, Donald.
I forgot you had to calculate all the economic loss we sustained during your presidency.
Just let him play the damn game.
He started it.
All right, just like a pig den after supper time, shit picks up fast now.
Talking from experience, Joe?
Of course. I had to pick up after a pig when I entered the White House.
If you two are going to catfight, can you please take it into the other room?
It's a mere civil discussion, Barack.
Shut the hell up, piss rat.
Well, it was a mere civil discussion. Donald had to ruin that just like he ruined 3 marriages.
Anyways, Obama, remember that you have to maintain your flashlight battery. You've been going hog wild crazy these past few nights. And if you run out of battery, who knows what'll happen?
You won't be able to flash Foxy anymore, and he'll jump right at you.
Got it. Well, when I see the other withered animatronics, I just base that I have to spam my flashlight regardless.
They're going to show up at your desk whether you do that or not, so you're pretty much just letting your battery drain out.
Redundancy, Obama. We need to avoid those crucial mistakes if we plan to survive Night 4.
What do you mean, we? You haven't done anything but sit on your fat ass and eat Big Macs.
I call them Big Donalds from McDonald's. And I haven't taken over the helm just yet because you have done a surprisingly nice job.
That's as much of a compliment as you're going to get from him, Barack. Just take it.
That mangle thing is like a car battery with legs.
Reminds me of the 50s when people thought robots would be very loud and obtuse with heavy machinery parts and smoke coming from their gears.
What you said sounds like something I would hear on the Twilight Zone from this old bag on the side of the road. It's quite honestly impressive that you can make your life sound like a Dracula-based horror movie.
Joe seems like the type of guy to study the life of someone named Cornelius Doodleberry.
Born in the Egyptian catacombs, Joe saw the pyramids being constructed before his very eyes.
This is becoming a daily occurrence where I just get the rough end of the stick, and I'm not liking it very much.
We appreciate everything you've done for us, Joe.
No comment.
Well, so far this has been pretty routine. Nothing has been too out of the ordinary, but knowing how this game has composed itself, I'm just waiting for the domino to fall.
It can and will happen without a moment's notice. It's really important to always be on your toes, no matter what the scenario may present.
Well, for now, we got them locked up, so that's a good sign going forward.
You were saying?
Shut the hell up, Don.
Don't worry, I think you got it off in time, but the proof is in the flesh, right there. Without warning, things could go from 0 to 100 within an instant.
It's just like government operations, Obama. One day, everything is going fine and dandy, and then boom, you're accused of tax evasion. That's why you always have to be prepared.
I don't think that's a good comparison, but I digress. Just stay on your toes because they're coming in hot from here on out.
Dropping the mask is getting easier the more I do it.
Is that Freddie?
Yeah, the withered one.
Fucking hell, he looks like he's built Ford tough.
He definitely eats oats for breakfast.
Nice and smooth with progress so far.
Someone's going to be there, aren't they? Called it right on the dot.
I was just thinking it was Balloon Boy, but Bonnie too?
They're not holding any punches here. It's fourth quarter for them, and all bets are off.
Every time you wind up that music box, you should throw that shit right on your face. Absolutely deep-throat it.
After hearing that, I really want them to just beat my head in.
So you hear the vent, but no one is there, right?
Yeah.
Flip up your camera and wind the music box. Most likely Chica will be the animatronic at the desk.
You know way too much about this game, Joe.
How did you know that?
Pattern recognition. Like everything else, there's a formula that you naturally stumble onto when you play the game long enough.
In other words, you're a no-life.
5 a.m. Now, we just got to carry through the rest of the night, and we're almost done with this game.
Like I said, I can't get over the fact that you're just spanking this game with no remorse, Barack.
Get the music box.
I know, Donald. Chill out.
Flip the mask down immediately. There you go.
This is not the security guard you're looking for. Move along. And he moved along.
Bonnie should have killed you just for that.
You gotta crank it again. The music box moves really fast during these nights.
I knew it. I'm just going to assume that every time I open the cameras now, there's going to be someone on the other side.
I don't know why you would think otherwise. You know the track records with these guys? They want to dive on us like we're a swimming pool.
You should be good after this wind-up, Brock.
And I might just drag out for time. It's been 5 a.m. for a while now.
You can let the music box go for a lot longer than you think. You should be good to sit here. Told you.
Well, that's another night in the books, guys.
Joe, I don't believe this game is harder than the first. For fuck's sake, Obama is just clearing it without a problem.
Undefeated on the field in the courtroom. Take a lesson, Don. This certainly isn't ominous at all.
Are we in The Shining right now?
We're upping the ante on this one, gentlemen. Welcome to PT, considered to be one of the scariest games of all time.
There's definitely an unnerving atmosphere here. Just pitch blackness surrounding us with a wood door and singular LED light hanging above it. Something uncanny about it.
Am I going to get waterboarded in this video?
No, the CIA isn't in this game, and Barack doesn't have a bucket.
Well, hello, creepy hallway. Grandma's place really went down the tubes after the Great Depression.
Makes it a lovely house, doesn't it?
No, I think we found where they signed the Bill of Rights.
You're off by 100 years, give or take.
I wonder what it would be like to explore these kind of places in real life. You know, like an asylum or a haunted house.
Hopefully they believe in electricity.
Donald would probably start a fight with an orb of light and be boxing an abundance of nothing.
Obama, you would probably step on a loose floorboard and say, "What was that?" when you hear a creak.
Donald, you would stumble upon a ghost and start saying, "Let me at him, let me at him!"
Obama, you're the type of guy to look at a confusing situation and say, "Looks like we have a mystery on our hands."
Are we really doing this again?
Wait. Nope, not doing that. Let me just mosey on down. And it's locked. That's not a good sign.
Joe, you want to explain what some of these noises are? Why are we in this house and who is knocking?
This is an incredibly long hallway. Makes me wonder what sort of house we're in, especially with the dim lighting and all.
I think Count Dracula has something to say.
And that's locked too. Well, what are we supposed to do now?
Bad news bears, Obama. I think we have to go towards the knocking.
You know, that would probably be what the game is hinting at. Oh, wait, the door's opened.
So the knocking isn't an option then?
Yeah, I'm just getting out of here. I don't like this house so far.
I feel like we're a passenger on the Polar Express, if it was Halloween.
Wait, are we going through the same hallway? Just what exactly is going on around here?
Are the walls rotting away as well? They're so dirty.
Oh, you're right. That's a red flag.
I think all of this is just like that knocking.
You're not even the one playing. Now we have to go down this shining movie of hallways that we have here.
What's up, Barack?
I'm just making sure there's nothing that's going to jump behind us. I really don't want to get ambushed or something.
Do you not hear that panting?
I'm just trying to make it through here, Donald. Doesn't help with the light squeaking.
I would just ignore it, Barack. We should probably just move on.
Great, the random noise wins again. Yep, looks like we're stuck in the Twilight Zone.
Is asking for a morsel of context a bit too much, Joe?
You know this answer, but it'll all be revealed with due time.
Can we just jump out the window? We're pretty much stuck in a looping hallway. What hope is there?
Listen, these passive noises are going to drive us up a wall here. Did that door just close?
Seems so. I guess we have to find another way around it.
Again, I'm just concerned that we're going to have something tap on our shoulder. Why is that light swinging so violently?
Okay. Which one of you bozos left the window open?
And that's locked too. So do we go back near the light? I just don't like how rambunctious it's getting over there.
Obama, we might just have to rip the Band-Aid off here and just go in guns blazing.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but we just have to go ahead. Wait, did you hear that? Was that a door opening?
Maybe the Flying Dutchman left his locker open. That's a baby.
Whoa!
Forget the Flying Dutchman. Let's hit up a broomstick and skedaddle on out of here.
The door's open, Donald. Whatever that was, let's just hope the rest of the Twilight Zone is smooth sailing.
It would be great to live in a perfect world, wouldn't it?
This is probably what the bunker under the White House looked like after Clinton walked through it. Everything withered away like... Well, this is awkward.
Just stay quiet. Move through and stay quiet.
Just keep moving, Obama. Let the horrors of the apocalypse unfold behind you.
That was tough. And we get to go through it all over again.
Just what we wanted, to encounter the Blair Witch again.
All right, anything can be around the corner. Just prepare yourself.
The door's opening.
What do we have here?
That's a flashlight, Barack.
Oh, what did we just get ourselves trapped into this time?
I'm hearing noises, Obama, and I don't like them.
I'm starting to hear babies cry now. I didn't do anything to you. Now leave me alone.
This is because of your crappy Obamacare. Now look at what you've done. We're being haunted by the voices of trailer park mothers.
What are with all of these noises? I know we're in a haunted house, but is Casper himself being thrown to the depths of the abyss right now?
I knew we should have taken that left turn in Albuquerque.
Okay, the door's open now. It's time to get to the next level of this gauntlet, or whatever we're going through right now.
I don't know which Egyptian pharaoh put a curse on you, but he must not like Hawaii at all.
Of course, it's the same hallway, except I'm partially blind now. I'm thinking that's what we're going to have to be dealing with throughout this entire game, am I right?
Instead, this rendition has a radio playing. How nice.
What a lovely photo. Can't understand why there may be a bullet wound, but there it is.
Listen to the radio for a second.
They must be talking about a crime or something. Forgive me, Lisa. There's a monster inside of me.
It's time to call an exorcist because we're probably going to need him.
Do you think Thomas Jefferson has a working phone?
I can hear them calling to... That didn't sound good.
You might have to turn around.
That's a problem. What do we even do about that?
I might have a simple way to counter this.
Running away?
Exactly.
Oh, no, not the mood lighting. Anything but the mood lighting.
Okay, just completely ignore the entire doorway just hanging from the ceiling. We're slowly being unraveled into insanity. I should just expect anything at this point.
It is a repetitious hallway of madness. We are playing a version of Silent Hill, after all.
And there's even more red lighting.
Here, Barack, I'm going to help you with this puzzle. At the end of the hallway, turn around where we came from, and then look back and forth between the walls.
Hello? So, you mean like this, Joe?
Yeah, like that. Notice how the letter just disappeared. You have to do that a couple more times.
Something tells me our security guards didn't really help us because now we're stuck at a psych ward.
That's what we get when we don't have the world's best security guard handling the case, am I right?
Of course, this would happen without me manning the port. We work with the utter definition of incompetency, and we get this.
All right. Well, I think it's all good for now. Let's see what other nightmares are happening down this abyss that we've fallen in.
These noises are going to drive me crazy. Why do we have to be walking around Lizzie Borden's house?
Well, now I'm just waiting for the change in scenery once we escape Pandora's box.
We might have to get ready, Obama. If there's a ghost on the loose, prepare to kick out the jujitsu that you learned.
Why don't I test it out on you, Don?
There's a ghost for a reason, Obama.
Whoa. Why am I flying down the hallway? Well, here's the change we asked for, and I don't think I like it.
Well, talk about a loop. We leave one cycle to hop into another.
This is just great. We get lost in a Doors game, and now we can't stop from losing our sanity. What do we even do here, Joe? Never mind, I just answered my own question.
Where even are we right now? Whoa, I'm not liking these footsteps. Can we move already?
I'm trying to, Don, but nothing's happening. No reaction or anything. Everything is just staying still.
So I guess we just sit here. What was that?
Did I just witness the Ghostbusters murder a shadow spirit? What sort of trance are we in right now?
And now we just phase back into the pit of red paint that we've got caught in. Welcome to the Home Depot.
Yeah, you're telling me. Snap back to reality like it's an Eminem lyric.
No turning back now? You mean to tell me that it was an option beforehand? We spawned in like we were outside of a dirt house in Minecraft.
What? What's going on?
We have a succubus trying to hook us up with a number or something. Now we really need that exorcist.
What am I supposed to even do here? Remember the numbers or something?
I'd make a mental note of it regardless. You never know when you might need it.
Oh, I didn't like that baby noise.
What can we even do here? Oh, I have chills right now.
I'm heading there now. Do I even want to know what that means?
And now there's a red windmill of death, and now it's black.
Wait, what?
I don't even want to think about what comes next.
That's not supposed to happen. What's going on?
What do you mean? This is your game that you set us up with.
Wait, the game's not open anymore. Did it crash?
This is the last time I'm downloading a game from a spam website.
There is no way. Can we go one video without you setting us up for disaster, Joe? What is this?
We seriously have to evaluate that, Joe. We cannot allow our viewers to keep going through this.
I think I might faint.
You gonna eat that?
What?